Hey all, welcome to my channel, Making Sense of Credit. I am Tony Hill, if you don't know. And my last video was several months ago, and I'm sorry about that. I've been away for a while, but I'm back bringing you new content. I want to first of all, thank all the people who hung with me. I think probably the last time you guys saw me, my last videos, I was well under 1,000. I'm well over 1,000. I appreciate all of you guys who subscribe. And for you new folks who haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, please like it. Please share it with your friends and family. Give me a comment. And also hit that little bell for upcoming content. Appreciate it. First of all, I want to shout out Alana Forbes, who just sent me a comment yesterday. Appreciate you so much. And she got something out of my Experian video, and I love her comment. Tony, you are correct. I went to Experian today and did some disputes for inaccurate information, and they deleted one in the same hour. Wow, that's incredible. And she said, totally amazing. Alana, congrats. Appreciate it, and appreciate you subscribing. Also, too, if you don't know, I'm a personal and small business coach. Credit coach, been doing this a long time. I used to own a credit repair service. I no longer do that, but I do hire my service out, so you can hire me. Just send me an email at tony@makingsenseofcredit.com. Also, I ran dealerships for 20 years, and I'm a real estate investor, and I used to own several properties, sold them right after and during the Great Recession. So. Still doing a little bit of that, but not as much. But hey, once again, welcome to my channel, and let me dive right in. Today, I'm going to be talking about applying for what cards, credit cards. I know you guys are interested in seeing who to apply with, how should you apply, those sort of things. And I think I got some good information for you. And I always try to bring a unique take to what I do. Also, if you stay with me to the end of this video, I'm going to give you a credit secret about inquiries. Now, you can actually pick up the phone call to the bureaus. So stay with me to the end. I'm going to give you a real good credit secret, credit hack for that. Also, you guys know that I do this off the top of my head, and I always have kind of a subject what I'm going to talk about. But as things come to me, I'll drop them, as they come to me. But let's start with Capital One. Capital One is one of those lenders that you're going to need. They pull all three bureaus: Transunion, Experian, and Equifax. So look, that's what you're going to have to do. They can pull any of those three, and they're pretty much equal across the board, 30+% across. If you look at, the percentages how they pull. One thing you may not know from Capital One is that you can actually have, let's say one of your bureaus are on the low end. You can have one of your credit bureaus frozen, freeze that bureau. If you're applying for Capital One, they will still approve you with only 2 bureaus. And a lot of people don't know that, but they will. But they won't generally approve you with more than one frozen. But hopefully that's a good credit hack that you can use when you're applying with them. Also, the easiest card to get with them, unsecured, is the Platinum card. So make sure if your score is a little lower, in the low 600s or so, make sure you go for the Capital One Platinum and not the other card starting out. So make sure you understand that with Capital One, any of their cards, they could pull you any of the 3 bureaus. Also, one of the banks that I like, and I'm going to give you, some of you business people, a credit hack, is Synchrony Bank. Matter of fact, before I get into that, one thing I want to tell you that if you don't know, Transunion is widely used for getting credit over any other credit bureaus. Probably Experian is the least used, but Transunion is even used for, especially for all the educational stuff that you'll see, whether it be Credit Sesame, Credit Karma, as you guys know, which is a Vantage score, different scoring system. So Transunion is widely used more than anyone. So make sure you understand that when you're applying. But I'm gonna give you some of the other card and companies that use them more so. Synchrony Bank uses Transunion pretty religiously. And let me just give you guys a credit hack from them that I give, this is a layup. But this is one that I give to my business people who are kind of starting out. I always tell them to go to Sam's Club, get a membership, sign up for a Sam's Club membership. Then if you're trying to get your first business credit, they have two different applications. One is for vendor credit, okay? So there's a vendor credit application, and then there's a credit card application. Two separate things. So I would do both. Get the vendor credit. That's going to help your business score, and then get the credit card, and make sure you use your EIN number. But I think that's a great credit hack. They use Transunion, so if your Transunion scores are in good shape, and say your Experian and Equifax are not that good in shape, you can still get approved. Yes, they are on the higher end, but I've seen approvals from 685 and up. So make sure you're aware of that. And half the battle is filling out the application. Make sure you thoroughly fill out your application with those guys. But the cool thing about it too, you should know, is that once you get approved, they'll approve you on the spot. You get your credit line right then and there. You can actually start using it ASAP. You can even go to the store and buy something right after you're approved. They'll give you a voucher. That's pretty cool. So getting to the other, but also too, let me just, why I'm on Synchrony. Synchrony is at a lot of different banks. Merchandise stores that are out there. If you guys have heard me before, I'm not a big fan of merchandise cards, but if you're starting out, you need a merchandise card, and you actually get approved for one, that's okay. I just wouldn't use it a whole lot, and if you did, pay it off before 30 days. But these are just some of the store brand cards that are under Synchrony: the Gap, Banana Republican, eBay, and of course Sam's Club. But once again, they're mostly going to go through Transunion. American Express will pretty much always use Experian religiously. So make sure you know that. While I'm in that area, also, there are certain automotive lenders. I know Lexus uses Experian pretty religious. Lexus Credit, if you're going to buy a Lexus. So just figure out how to drop that. Here's a couple of it. HSBC generally uses Experian also. Barclay, they pretty much use Transunion, once again, kind of like Synchrony, 99% of the time. That's pretty incredible. 99% of the time. So make sure you understand that. Also, too, make sure some of the companies that use American Express, kind of like Starwood's preferred guest card, they'll generally use Experian through American Express. So realize some of those cards that you see that you're going after that are under American Express, more likely they'll come from Experian. Sapphire, pretty much Experian. City Premier Card, Experian. So just a few of those banks. And look, here's the cool thing about that. If you don't know, in the past, I've told, and it's a lot of information is out there. U.S. Bank is always the toughest card to get, and we used to say freeze the couple other bureaus like Sage Stream and Advanced Resolution Services. I used to tell you guys to freeze those. But look, our recent research have told us that a lot of people who are doing that are not getting approved. So I would say check into those two, Sage Stream and Advanced Resolution Recovery, and see what they have on you. The one thing, U.S. Bank uses them because they'll show up. If you apply for credit, a lot of credit, those tools show up as inquiries. So realize what's happening there. So make sure you're aware of that. So I'm going to end this video by this. I told you at the beginning that I'm going to drop some content to you as far as a couple of credit hacks. Number one, look, and once again, there's no cookie cutter, one size fits all. You know, it's a lot of credit experts out there that tell you that only do things by mail. I totally disagree with that. Alana debunked that as far as, you know, getting her dispute updated within the same day, if not 24 hours. So here's another one. Go to any other credit bureaus. If you within 2 months of that inquiry being expired, you can actually pick up the phone, call those guys, and ask them to delete the inquiry up to 2 months prior to. So let's say if you're waiting 2 months for a bunch of inquiries to go off, you could still actually get that home and get those several inquiries off within 2 months. You don't have to wait. And 99.9% of the time, they will delete those inquiries ASAP. So that's my credit hack for you. The other thing too is that stay away from merchandise cards, because you cannot use those cards anywhere else. If you get a Dayton's card, a Macy's card, you're gonna have to go to Macy's. You guys know how I feel about those. So I would say, look, if only way to get you started and you get a card like that, you know, that's fine. If you use them, pay them off in 30 days. But your goal should be is to get a regular, normal credit card. So those are my 2 credit hacks for you. Until next time, I will see you here, and probably in my kitchen, and I'm going to have some more good contact for you. Tony Hill signing off. Until next time, folks, we'll see you.